Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Would you sleep with sick women?
I may be pregnant, but I'm still a man.
Spank the unruly ones.
It's indecent, it's vulgar, it's blasphemous.
I'm gonna ride you till you can't stand up.
Come on, let's go down.
All right, keep your shirt on.
LoveLine's meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Here's LoveLine with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
What?
Well, I noticed the difference.
Oh.
Normally, when guys fill in for you, I don't notice the difference.
Could it be some feelings are being evoked by a relation?
No, I think it's totally professional.
Okay.
But I mean, you know,
I noticed that there was something different tonight. You looked at me before the mics turned on.
Yes.
We had eye contact, and I thought, boy, something strange here. You actually looked at me in the 20 minutes we sat there kind of staring at the email screen.
Yes, I usually try to avoid contact.
No. But then you walked outside and didn't say anything to me, so it was all right. I felt
Okay,
better.
all right. How was the vacation?
Very nice. I really did need it. Thank you for filling in, for everybody who filled in for me, and thank you for letting me go. I needed it.
What'd you do? You did Disneyland?
Yeah.
And?
God bless them. They did it. They just really took very nice care of us. And there are a lot of LoveLine fans over in Disneyland.
Oh, great.
Even some of the characters.
Did the kids vomit? 'Cause I know it's hot.
No. Yes, there was one hot like you can't believe, and 3 4-year-olds with their heads exploding. I mean, think about that.
Yeah.
From 8 in the morning to 11 at night.
They don't know to take in liquids, do they?
No, you got to force that.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, taking in liquid was a bad thing. Like when it was really hot, they thought you would cramp up.
Oh, that was in football in the old days.
Yeah, they just
nothing
ran
better
us
than
down.
a dehydrated football player.
Oh, it was great. Here's a bunch of 9-year-olds. Put them in equipment, send them out to the San Fernando Valley, and have them do multiple laps and wind sprints. But don't give them any water because they'll cramp up.
Right.
Oh, all those coaches should burn in hell. All right, let's do a little quick piece of email before we get going with the show tonight, all right?
Huh?
You got some over there, Drew? I see you moved as far away from you as you could.
I thought that was just stuff you tossed down. Oh, yeah, I do.
That's your stuff.
Right.
Number 1. This is from Steven. You guys suck and Adam is the Antichrist. Okay. Number 2. I'm a confused teenager. This comes from Kate, who needs some help. I've been asked to masturbate by my boyfriend, or as we all know it, a hand job. Meaning, and it's not masturbate. You can't masturbate for somebody.
Right.
You can sort of go through the motions that they may have gone through themselves many times.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing, and I don't know the clinical definition of masturbation, but 2 people cannot be involved with masturbation on each other.
No, that's something somebody does to themselves.
Right. But basically, her boyfriend wants a hand job. She'd never done it before. She feels pressure to do it. She wants to know if she's doing it right. She wants some helpful hints. He did something to her, which was the equivalent, but she's never done it to him nor another guy. What pointers would you have, Drew? This is not something I've ever really participated in.
You don't hurt the other person. You know what I mean? Don't be too eager.
The man's penis is fairly rough.
Yeah, about 25 pounds of pressure is about all it'll handle, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I swear I've put more on that, on my own
you can
than
build
that.
up.
Yeah, I think my penis has a higher tolerance. I can handle like 45, 50 pounds of pressure.
But be that as it may, it's more like pizza, I suspect, as you would say.
You can't go wrong, but here's the deal, ladies who are trying to help guys out in this department. What would feel best to them is basically, and I know this is a scary statement, but is they could probably do a better job than you could. The exciting thing is that you're doing it, not them.
Right.
If is your mic out?
Back. Yeah, good.
All right.
But I was actually given this kind of topic a little thought a couple of days ago, and I thought to myself,
you have?
We were sort of always, you and I have been sort of taken aback by the fact that young people today are engaging in this kind of stuff, particularly female on male oral sex and hand job and stuff at a fairly early stage in relationships. When we were growing up, that was almost later and sort of even considered deviant behavior.
You had to go to Tijuana to get a hand job if you're under 18.
But there's some rationale to this from the standpoint of what women need in relationships. It sort of stops the man in his tracks,
It does take the wind out of a man's sail.
Yeah, you take the semen out of the man, and
there goes the man.
Yeah, and,
yes.
So it's not. It's kind of still.
Look at it as Satan tied up in a man's scrotum.
It's difficult.
You let Satan out of the scrotum, and everything's fine.
That's like an exorcism. Oh, okay. All right. All right. But it's still, it's uncomfortable to imagine young people doing this so readily, but there's some rationale for it. And again, women, if you're going to do this, make sure that you do get your needs met in the relationship and don't go any further and insist that the guy be available to you emotionally.
All right, but let's get into the mechanical end here, Drew. I think the important thing is to sort of establish a pattern. Don't be jumping all over the place. Don't try to do too much in the first minute.
Okay.
Sort of get yourself onto a little bit of a groove and then stick with it. Because that's what a guy is used to. I mean, that's what feels best. When a man is masturbating, a man is not jumping all around his penis.
Right.
The man settles in at a rhythm.
Yeah.
And depending on, how long the guy's good for, that's how long the masturbatory session is good for. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you asking me if you're making sense?
No, I know I'm not making sense, but what I'm saying is as a woman, what I would like a woman to do if and when a woman puts her hand down my pants is to figure out what feels good and stick with it.
All right, okay.
All right, so
let's go to calls.
Go ahead and ask the guy, by the way.
Yeah,
it's all right to go, hey, does this feel good?
Listen, if people are going to be physically intimate, they shouldn't be afraid to ask.
As long as you're down there. It's his dime. All right, you don't have a piece of email?
Let's go on later. Let's get some calls.
All right. Jason.
Yeah.
You're 20.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
I have a relationship going with a married woman, and she's my age too, and we've had it going on for about 4 or 5 months now, and she constantly fights with her husband. They haven't had sex for the whole time, and but she can't bring herself to leave him.
Do they have kids?
No.
Where'd you meet her? Work?
No, I met her through my ex-girlfriend, who is
nice.
her best friend.
Beautiful. We're quite a team.
Yeah, I'm in a regular soap opera here.
Why do you stay with her?
I'm not exactly sure.
But he's getting sex. He's 20 and he's getting sex.
Is that it?
Well, we've only had sex once.
How long you been with her?
About 4 months.
Well, what do you mean with, Drew? She's married.
Yeah.
I mean, what would you call it?
I'm not sure.
Entertaining her?
I'm not sure what to call it myself.
Well, she's
I call it courting the courted.
She is not going to leave her husband, and if she does, she's probably going to seek out another abusive relationship or turn you into an abuser of some type. That she needs this for some reason.
How do you know her husband's abusive, Drew?
Didn't he say that? Well, they fight all the time.
Yeah.
He doesn't hit her, but he's pretty mean to her.
Yeah, whatever it is, it's an element that she needs in relationships, and she's acting something out. I mean, this is one of the great unfortunate patterns in human behavior is that they tend to seek out their pathology, that which was done to them long ago. They seek out and react out over and over again.
Jason.
Yeah.
Are you looking to win her away from this guy somehow?
I would like to, but I don't see it happening.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can.
What happened with your old girlfriend?
We broke up. I don't know. Well,
she broke up with you?
No, I broke up with her.
It's because of this girl?
Kinda.
Yeah. Adam, what does he always say about look at the last relationship if you want to know how yours is going to end?
Yes, I do say that.
Yeah, well, that's how Jason's is going to end with this girl. She does leave her husband.
Usually eventually people change at some point. They end up getting married and, stringing one together. But not that marriage ever kept anyone together. But what I'm saying is
someone who's had patterns are deep and well established.
Yes, usually before the age of, 28, 27, 28. If you want to know how your relationship's going to end with someone, just figure out how their last one ended or how your last one ended, and that's how the relationship will end. Am I right, Drew?
You are right. Now.
Thank you. So what's our advice for Jason?
Leave that married woman alone.
Okay. Ron.
Yeah.
You're 25.
Yes, I am.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going tonight?
Good.
Okay. I guess you already know the situation, right?
No.
Why don't you tell us?
Okay, well, my wife left me. She did it cold. I had to find out the hard way. Paralegal coming to my door.
Oh, yeah. Didn't I talk to you Thursday?
Yeah. Thursday night, yeah.
What's the deal?
Well, I don't know. I'm just having a hard time dealing so far. I mean...
What was her reason?
Huh?
What was her reason?
Well, she didn't really give me a reason at first. Finally, she just said she was tired of living paycheck to paycheck.
If you had to guess what her reason was, what would you say?
Huh?
What would you guess her reason was? If you just
I don't know. Actually, she never told me about this. She did a lot of this behind my back. I mean, the date on the papers was like June 5th. you know, and so she's been planning this for quite some time.
How long are you guys married?
Huh?
How long?
3 years.
3 years. You have kids?
Huh? No kids yet.
Good.
Yeah, I see that as a plus, and you know, it was under 5 years, so there's no alimony there. But still, I mean.
So what's the deal, Ron? You're not making enough money for her?
I don't know. Well, she comes from a rich family, and I guess she just wasn't happy with what I could do for her and everything.
You drinking now, Ron?
No, I kind of swore that off, man. I thought that would be kind of destructive there, because you know, I didn't want to go on a binge.
Yeah.
So you're just drinking a little bit?
Huh?
Just drinking a little bit?
No, I just took up a couple extra packs of cigarettes today, so.
No pot.
Huh?
No pot.
No.
Okay, so what's your question?
No, I'm just trying to figure out how to deal with this. I mean, it's not so much loneliness. You know, loneliness, you know, you can keep in check. You know, it's just, you know, the emptiness that goes wrong with it.
Yeah.
You know?
So you still,
so harsh.
you really love her?
Yeah, I really did.
And there's no chance for you guys to reconcile?
No, well, she's 4,000 miles away, and
that's that?
Yeah, then that's that.
Okay. Well, thank God you don't have any kids.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't help necessarily. I know you're in a lot of pain, Ron. I can't believe you didn't see something coming.
Well, I guess she didn't want to have a confrontation.
When did you learn?
I know, but I mean, before that, she didn't want to have a confrontation about divorcing you, but there was the whole part about divorcing you that I'm talking about.
Well, she like said she was going on vacation, right? To go see her parents.
Yeah, but
way before that, Ron. Way,
you think like a Hare Krishna talked her out of you in the airport or something?
Did you treat her like a queen every day?
Queen every day?
Yeah.
No, well, we had a happy relationship.
Wait a minute. You had a happy relationship. Obviously, she didn't. What were your afternoons like with her?
Huh?
What time would you come? What time would you come home from work?
I'd come home around 6.
Roll the clock back to say midwinter last year.
Midwinter.
What would you do when you hit the couch?
What would I hit the couch?
Yeah.
I don't know. We'd just sit down, catch some TV, talk to each other about the days. You know, if it was Friday, we go out to dinner. You know, she got paid weekly, and then
she
yeah, well, yeah, she was working.
Wait, you weren't working?
Huh?
You weren't working?
No, I get paid every 2 weeks. So.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And the thing is, it was like it blindsided me. You know, I
understand.
But we're what we're getting at is that you must be maintaining some degree of denial about what she's all about or what you were doing to make her feel like her needs weren't being met.
Well, for a while she had a few emotional problems.
Like what?
So to say. Well, really foul temper. Let's just put it that way.
Because why?
Huh?
Why?
I don't know. She had that before we actually even met. See, the thing is, we thought we had that, more or less curbed. You know, she decided, that, I don't know, she just tried to keep it under control, And,
what triggered it?
Huh?
What was triggering it?
What was triggering it? I don't know. Like I said, it was before we met. She had a couple...
But when you were together, she had this problem, what was triggering it?
I don't know. She just had a really short temper.
What was triggering it?
All right, forget it. True. This is why she left him.
Yeah.
She tried to talk to him 1,000 times. Ron would have none of it.
Yeah.
Ron, you're not an easy guy to talk to.
It's that. What was it? What, you repeating the questions? Huh? What?
I'm sorry, man. I'm
all right, that's all right, Ron. Ron's like filibustering in a relationship.
Okay, why don't you just put the question straight forward then?
All right, well, forget about all that, Ron. Here's the situation.
By the way, the questions were straightforward. If you always look at people's questions as having some ulterior motive, there's a problem there, Ron.
All right, let's not beat up on the already trounced upon. Ron is in bad shape. Ron's heart is broken. Whether it was Ron's fault or her fault, it doesn't matter. Ron's home. Ron's hurting. What can I tell you, Ron? These things take a little while to get over. I would not fixate on getting her back. She doesn't really sound like someone you'd like to have back. Even though you're lonely, even though you miss her, I think you just sort of miss the role that she played in your life, not necessarily her. She doesn't sound like much. I think what you need to do, Ron, is take a look back on the relationship, figure out what it is that you could have done a little better, so you learn, and then chill out for a few months and get involved with another relationship and try not to make the same mistakes. That's all you can do.
You know, we can do. I'm convinced. Ron did not give us history, but I get the feeling when I know alcoholics when I see them and hear their stories and stuff. And one of the things he can do, as opposed to decreasing his alcohol and increasing his cigarette consumption, he can go to AA, get some relationships going there with his peers, get a sponsor, work on himself, and that emptiness, that hollow feeling within, will hopefully be filled, and he won't be looking for things to fill it like a woman or or alcohol.
All right. I don't want to dump too much psychology on a Sunday night on our poor LoveLine listeners, but here's the deal. There's two things you can do when you end a relationship. You have two choices. You can be baffled that the relationship is ended, be befuddled by the fact that someone just took off on you, blame the entire thing on the person,
Or
and
the
spend
gods, the fates.
the gods, the guy, the girl, whoever it is that left you, and spend all your waking hours trying to figure out either how to change them or why they left you, and do no work on yourself, and you'll get nowhere. Because you'll enter another relationship, and you will have not improved one iota, and I guarantee whatever the reason was the person left you the last time, the new person will eventually find these reasons and leave you.
Or whatever it is that the other person finds in you that doesn't cause them to leave, their own pathology will be such that you'll have a really lovely dance together. In other words, the person that leaves is probably pretty healthy.
Right. Okay. So, when someone dumps you, take a few months, work on yourself, figure out what you could have done. Even if it was only 10%, what was that 10%? Figure it out. It's probably more. And then move on and try not to screw up another one. Roxanne.
I'm really, really confused right now.
All right.
Okay, and I know this is going to sound unbelievable, and I can't believe it myself, and I just really need some help. Recently I went to a party, and I had sex with this girl, and later to find out that that is my girlfriend's father. That I can't even talk. I don't know what that is. My father's girlfriend, and she wants me to be in the relation. She wants
you to be in a hello?
Yeah.
She wants you to be in a relationship with her and your dad?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know what to do.
What does that tell you about her?
I don't want a relationship.
Yeah, but what do you think about her? What do you think about somebody
that?
that would ask you to do something like that?
But I don't know.
Wait, stop. What do you think about her? What do you think about somebody who would ask you to violate a sacred relationship like that you have with your father?
I don't think it's right. And
what do you think about her?
I don't like her. I mean,
it's pretty despicable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you think your dad should be with somebody like that?
No, not at all.
What kind of guy's your dad?
Oh, I can bet he's a gem.
Yeah, oh yeah, I know.
Well, obviously, you can pretty much tell. I mean, he's with a much younger woman and everything. But the thing
What's up with him?
I haven't. My parents got divorced when I was like 5.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it's.
Where's your mom now?
Well, I still talk to my mom and everything.
Why aren't you with your mom?
Well, I'm out on my own. I'm 18.
Okay, then stay away. I would.
Wait a minute. I want to retrace some steps here. Roxanne, you're 18.
Right. I'm
Now,
living with my boyfriend.
You're living with your boyfriend.
But sleeping with girls.
Well, yeah, I'm.
Oh, of course. Excuse me.
Well, of course, it's an idea.
I'm sorry.
No, I just.
It's not like he has her chained to the radiator, Drew. She gets out once in a while.
Experimental.
Pardon me.
Pardon Drew. He just got home from Disneyland, where genders are genders and people are happy.
They really are. So happy that my kids' heads explode all the time.
Well, all right. Well, here's what I want to figure out.
Okay.
You're living with your boyfriend.
Right.
You go to a party.
Mm-hmm.
You run into a woman you've never met before.
No, my boyfriend has known her for a while. And, I mean, you get drunk and you just...
Your boyfriend has known her.
Yeah.
How does your boyfriend know your dad's girlfriend?
The hell if I know. That's where I'm confused here.
How is it that you never met your dad's girlfriend?
Well, the thing is, they got divorced when I was like 5, like I said. And I've been seeing him like sporadically, you know. He wasn't really in my life, but...
Lately.
Since I was like 15.
All right.
All right, so keep him out of your life. Keep him out of your
But wait a minute. I want to sort this thing out. And somehow...
I need a lot of help here.
Somehow your boyfriend knows this girl who's dating your dad.
He doesn't know her like a friend. I mean, from the parties he's been to, I know that he's known her.
Okay.
And I went to the party and, you know, things happen or whatever.
Now, obviously your boyfriend is around, right, when this is going down?
Well, yeah.
So your boyfriend is essentially encouraging you to have a sexual encounter with what he knows is your dad's girlfriend. Or he doesn't know this is your dad's girlfriend.
Yeah. I mean...
He doesn't know or he doesn't know or he does know?
I asked him, and he said no, but what am I to believe now? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to act.
So you believe he knew her, but he didn't know this was your dad's girlfriend?
No, I believe he knew, and he didn't say anything.
Okay.
But should it be any surprise to us that Roxanne would be the boyfriend like that, given her dad's history and behaviors, and now who his dad is involved?
No. I don't know who to call the airstrike in on first.
Oh, please. Yeah, that's about all you can do.
Roxanne's dad, Roxanne's boyfriend, or here would be the real strike, Roxanne's boyfriend's dad. This guy should get it, too.
I don't know what to do.
I might have to take out the whole state. Are they all like these bombs have a certain range? Are they all within like a 6-mile area?
I was doing a lot of reading on my week off here, and I came in.
I hate it when innocent people have to die, Drew, but you understand it's for the better good.
With this group, I understand. But that, when you look at emotional disturbances and stuff, really what are you looking at except disorders of interpersonal relationships? And we've always said in this show, it's where the craziness really appears. I mean, it really is the whole crux of people's pathology is their relationship gets screwed up, their primary relationships get screwed up, and then they go out in the world and they act that out over and over and over again. Here are 4 people who's, and Roxanne, you're at least the one who acknowledges that there's something dreadfully wrong here.
Well,
you may be the only one that can get out of this morass and can change things. The only way you're going to do it is by extracting yourself from this mess and being much more careful with whom you get involved with in the future.
So was your boyfriend watching you two?
Well, yeah.
Oh, he was participating?
Yeah.
Was he having sex with her too?
No, it was. I wouldn't.
How did that make you? How did that make you feel? Wait a minute. How did that make you feel?
Well, I've been wanting to try it, so.
And how did it make you feel?
Well, it felt good, but I'm just saying the fact is, if I knew who she was beforehand, I would have never done it.
Right.
So the entire experience was a good one for you until you found out.
Exactly, and I don't know what to do now. Whether to tell my father what happened, whether to tell her how bad of a person that she really is.
Why not just get away from?
Your dad. If this was like Bill Cosby or something, I'd say, yeah, he deserves to be told. Actually, I think Bill Cosby may have been knocked off his #1 pop perch. But if this was Dr. Drew, who is now replacing Bill Cosby as the #1 dad in America, he always he always was the #1 white dad, but now he's taking over the entire role, regardless of ethnicity. I would say deserves to be told. Your dad deserves to be kneed in the groin, and while he's reeling over in the pain, a bottle of Jack Daniels broken over the back of his skull.
But how do
and then
I
tell him about his girlfriend.
You don't tell him anything. And how old is your boyfriend, Roxanne?
He's 26.
26, and you're 18.
Roxanne,
all right.
Oh my God.
I mean, it's a mess. It's a mess.
Okay, all right.
Then get out of it.
You got to get out of it.
You got to get out of it.
How? You got to move out.
You got to end these relationships.
Get away from this
Get
guy.
away from your dad for a while and stay in contact with him in very controlled settings only. But obviously the boyfriend is...
he's 26,
disaster.
for Christ's sake.
With an 18-year-old, maybe just 18-year-old. Now he's having her have sex with other women who are the real nutball is the
guy's
girlfriend.
He's a pro bono pimp. He's a pimp. He just doesn't take money.
Right.
He goes out, finds himself. He does what pimps do. I got to find myself some chicks from broken homes or maybe hooked on drugs, bad self-esteem, possible abuse in the background, and then I'll just get them to do my sexual bidding. Except for, instead of taking 80% of the money, I'll just whack off. It's a pro bono pimp. These are pimps without the pay. This guy's a vulture. Please.
Yeah.
It's just picking at your carcass, Roxanne. Get out of there. You're smart enough to call us. Now be smart enough to get out of there.
Man. What a body.
LoveLine will be right back with more innuendos that could get you in trouble.
Dig those crazy bumpers.
Hey, get away from my car!
Wow. What a power plant.
WEBN.
Man turns animal for the erotic pleasures of women.
It's LoveLine. All right.
WEBN.
Hey, LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew, the board-certified one. Phone number here at LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. So, Drew, like I was telling you during the break, got a big callback.
Yeah.
My first callback on my first major acting role.
What is the film? What is it? You haven't told me yet.
It's a movie by Jim Abrams of the Zucker and Abrams guys who do the airplane movies and the Naked Gun movies and all those.
And what are you going to be?
I'm like officer number one.
Oh.
I say a word. Yes, I say like, hey, something. I yell something. There's nothing. But here's the beauty of Hollywood. And
if it's a successful film, you'll be an instant success yourself.
No.
Even for saying one word.
No, I don't care if this thing's bigger than Cleopatra and Dr. Zhivago put together. And I had twice as many lines as I may have. You'll still never know I was in it. But the point is I have to go back tomorrow at 2:30 for a callback. Now,
repeat the one line?
The one line.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything. It's a scene where I'm at Ellis Island, and I guess the time is about the 30s, and I'm in a uniform, and I like stand up and I yell, is Bobby Capoletti here? Okay, that's
the line.
That's essentially the line. There may be another.
What a breakthrough!
There may be another line. I think in a scene
stunning
later.
Cameo appearance, a puckish satire of contemporary mores.
Yes, it is. It is all of that, and I am. That is my part. But I have to go back for a callback.
Yeah.
Don't anybody ever get into acting because they know who they're dealing with. They know these casting yentas, and they're all the same woman. They're all the same woman. They know that actors are desperate, hard up, needy people. And that to come back for a callback is a feather in the cap of any actor. Right. I mean, there's nothing more, there's nothing an actor cherishes more than telling somebody, I have a callback.
Right.
I mean, at last, some modicum of acceptance.
Right.
But I don't understand why you have to go back for callbacks where you say a line and a half.
That doesn't make sense.
For Christ's sake, you're a casting director. Would you pay attention? Pay attention the first time I'm there. I don't think I'm going back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Screw them.
I'll go in your place.
I'll end up wanting you more. I never got further in an audition than I did in this one because I was nothing but abusive. She was like...
this is the one that you started not going to in the beginning?
All of them I try not to go to at the beginning because they set these auditions up. They're halfway across town at rush hour.
Right.
Oh, screw that.
Right.
I'm not going to that. So I make up excuses why I can't go. And automatically, it makes them want you just a little more. And then when I get there, I'm such a horrible actor that it does not, I can't fool them that much. I mean, once the acting begins and they realize I have zero talent, they send me right home. And it's not only humiliating, but it's a waste of time for me. But to do callbacks on a half a line, it is just so painful. Anyway, I came in and she was like, so why do you want to act? I said, I don't. My agent sent me here and I don't want to piss him off. Oh. Can you act? No, not really. Did you read the script? No. Oh. What do you do? TV and radio. Got 2 gigs. So let's get it going.
What did she say?
They kind of perk up a little bit. Oh, what's this? TV, because they're used to just people that are just so hungry and so needy and so desperate that they can just, they'll have you wait around for an hour and go get them a cup of coffee and stuff. It's really a degrading, pathetic environment, this whole thing. And I'm one of the few people who goes in for something that actually has a gig other than, bussing tables.
Right.
But there's Drew, I wish you could follow me in with the camera. There's nothing better than just being abusive to casting people.
Well, I just want to see you acting. That's what I want to see.
It's not acting. All right, I'll see if I can get out of doing the callback tomorrow. I think I should be able to do it over the speakerphone.
Yeah, it'd be probably just about as scintillating.
Yeah, all right, everyone, listen, close your eyes. All right, I'm standing up now. Will Bobby Cantinelli come to the desk? All right, there you go.
That's it.
Jim.
Yes.
You're 27.
Yes, I am. Hi, Adam.
Hey.
Hi, Drew.
Jim.
Glad to hear you're back.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm 27 and I'm a virgin.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the second time I called.
Okay.
Okay.
And you called for the same reason last time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Last time I called, Dr. Drew just said basically that I'm socially retarded.
Is that what I said?
Huh?
Doesn't sound like me. Maybe I was tired that night.
I probably said it, and Drew just agreed.
No, you weren't even there. It was like him and some guys from Melrose Place or something or other. And,
What? Chris Hardwick? Was it Chris Hardwick here? Well, what I might have said is that you may have lacked social skill.
Maybe. I don't know.
And that there are people who really have social phobias even.
Yeah.
They're frightened, they're scared to death, so to speak, of social situations. Is that you?
I guess so.
What do you do for a living, Jim?
I make dentures.
All right.
Oh, I remember. Wait,
Now
wait a
he's
minute,
going to be a
wait
virgin for a while.
No, wait a minute.
You ever do anything naughty with the dentures?
No.
Wait. There was more to this story. Now we'll keep going.
I sort of remember this too.
Yeah.
How come I wasn't there, Jim?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we took another denture call at some point.
Yeah, this doesn't sound like the one I remember, actually. I think
Really? Did we talk to someone else
no,
that made
we talked to
dentures?
some other guy who worked in a lab. Remember, a sociopath who worked in a lab. Remember that? He was going to... He had all kinds of crazy... This was not that guy. This is Jim. All right, so Jim, do you have any opportunity to meet people?
Well, actually, I do have, opportunities to go out, but I just don't because, I don't know, I feel uncomfortable, And,
Why?
Why?
In what way uncomfortable? What do you mean?
Well, if I'm out with friends, it's okay, but, if I'm going out and I'm trying to, I don't know, get lucky or whatever, that's, I just...
Why don't you worry about just establishing a relationship? Have you ever had a relationship?
Not really, no.
You ever started one? Tried to have one?
Well, it's kind of like, like I don't get the feeling that, that a woman's attracted to me. And
All right.
woman,
Jim, are you sure
Maybe that's a projection.
Are you sure you're into women?
Yes.
You are?
Yes.
How far have you gotten with a woman?
I've kissed like 3 girls. I've probably never kissed a woman. No, never kissed a woman.
You never have?
No.
Have you ever slipped anyone the tongue?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
This is when you were younger?
Yeah.
How did that make you feel?
Fine.
How old? When was the last time you made out with a woman, Jim?
21.
Uh-huh.
And it wasn't a woman. It was a 16-year-old girl.
Uh-huh. Oh, this is God repaying you.
Is that part of the problem, that you're afraid of your impulses that way?
What's that?
I mean, are you sort of attracted to very, very young people?
No.
Were you sexually abused when you were younger?
No.
Is there anything wrong with you physically that would stop a woman from loving you, Jim?
No, I don't think so. I'm over 6 feet tall.
I mean, why would you think? Why would it be?
155 pounds. Something.
Why would it be so preoccupying to you to believe that another woman, or to be obsessed with the notion that a woman could not like you, that you wouldn't let yourself like a woman?
I don't know. I was kind of wondering why you so rarely gamble on men. But
I just asked you the question. Were you abused?
Not really. I wasn't really abused.
All right. Well, in here,
maybe verbally a little.
All right. Well, Jim, something happened, right?
Yeah, I would think it was just because I was taught about hopelessness, pretty well when I was young. Because, like...
I was taught about hopelessness, but not in an overt way. Just coming out of my bedroom taught me a big stiff lesson in hopelessness. Just basically looking around the house it was really an all-encompassing education in hopelessness. Mom's in her room smoking weed. The cat is looking for a place to die. There's nothing in the fridge. We're in the middle of the valley. It's 115 degrees inside the house, and the lawn.
You have a sump in the middle of your
Marlon
house?
Perkins is hiding in the lawn. It is that high with a pair of binoculars.
Yeah, that's basically, the garbage is overflowing, why make the bed? It's just gonna sleep in it again,
Right. Okay. Jim, but I got over it, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so
you went to therapy, too.
It's time for you to get over it, Jim.
Yeah.
Are you making money? Are you living outside the house?
Yeah.
Well, you got your own place?
Yeah, a third of a house.
Mm-hmm. You masturbating excessively?
Yes.
You are?
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, how often you good for a day, Jim?
2.
2 times a day.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
About women?
You've lost your eye of the tiger. You got no edge. You go out there, it's like a prize fighter entering the ring after just getting into a scrap in the parking lot. You're beat up, you're tired, you got sweat on your brow. You're not in the mood for anything.
No.
Jim, did you call for advice or not? All right. I didn't even want to wait to hear. Here's what Jim needs to do. Stop masturbating so much.
Jim's got a lot going on.
Oh, Jim.
Yeah. He's angry. Jeez.
Where do you start with Jim?
Yeah.
Hey,
Exactly.
should Jim just be with prostitutes for the rest of his life?
He didn't even bring that up as an option. But
I know,
I think, listen,
all right, but what if Jim did get with a woman? God forbid the woman got pregnant. The woman was crazy enough to hook up with Jim, and they started a family.
Oh.
Then I'd have to call another airstrike.
Yes, you would, right.
And we'd have one less.
So don't tell him not to masturbate, okay?
dentures.
Tell him to masturbate more, please.
Jim?
Yes.
What about a hooker?
I think a person who would get with a hooker is more pathetic than a virgin.
Yeah, I would say that's before the age of 25.
Well.
And then it's like, it's sort of all bets are off. It's like the house is on fire. And you may not normally walk around with your clothes off, but when the house is on fire, I think it's okay to sprint out in the yard in your underwear. Because it is so much worse inside that house than it is out on the lawn with your underwear. That sometimes you just got to get out the house.
Yeah.
I think Jim needs a hooker.
I don't know where to start. Jim has got a lot going on.
All right, therapy, Jim.
Therapy, Jim.
And then
your idea of masturbating less, reasonable.
Reasonable.
But think what you'd be unleashing.
Right. On the world. All right. Here's what Jim needs to do. He needs to go into therapy, and then he needs to have a mobile therapist for the ride home. And then one waiting for him at his house when he gets in.
No, just the routine stuff.
Okay.
Why don't you try rapping at this time?
Yo, kick some flavor and stuff in LoveLine. I'll be right back in a minute.
I'm sorry, that was really bad.
You're just not street like me.
WEBN.
It's not hard to swallow. We've got a frog in our throat.
Lick it up.
It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Yeah, it's Adam and Drew. The show is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191 is the phone number. 310-854-4455 is the fax number.
Adam, what'd you do last night?
Nothing. Hey,
really?
Yeah.
Well,
why?
I'm curious. You seem a little tired.
Yeah.
Picking up on something here.
Yeah.
What's the deal?
That's all right. Nothing. I just I got a lot of sleep over the weekend, and I had like a Mai Tai or something earlier tonight. Made me tired. No, that was at like 7 o'clock at night.
You're doing okay with your grandfather stuff and all that?
Yeah, that stuff's fine. Been going over and hanging out with Grandma, and in a weird way, these sort of tragedies draw families together. My mom. Sure. My mom's over there all the time now, and they're sort of making up for some lost ground and all that. So it hasn't been too bad, at least as far as I go.
This is your mother's mother?
Yes.
I was thinking it was your dad's mom.
No, Grandma Carolla's been gone for quite some time.
No kidding. Wow.
Oh yes, big heavy set Italian woman. Bob.
Hello there.
You're 40.
Yeah, long time, first time.
Alrighty.
Well said.
I've been having a 1-year phone relationship with a lady. Never met, and she's 20, and I'm wondering what the hell am I doing here?
Bob?
Yeah.
Just be quiet for 1 second and hold the phone toward the TV, would you please?
Okay.
It's
all right.
illegal to do this, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I turned the TV off.
Bob, there's no sense in holding the phone next to the TV once the TV's off. Actually, there's a TV here in the LoveLine studio. Drew, you want to hold your mic to it for just a second here?
Got it. There we go.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's give a listen.
Wow.
Hey, that's something. I guess we should turn on next time. Bob.
Yeah?
I'm going to punish you for just 1 second by putting you back on hold.
Okay.
All right, but we'll get back to you pretty soon.
What is the egregious deed he is in fact?
Well, you should not be watching TV.
Put a name to this.
Overuse of TV?
All right.
Okay.
I think it applies to what he's calling about, too.
I don't know what he's calling about.
He's been on a multi-month or year relationship with a woman on the phone. No actual relationship.
Carrie.
Yeah.
You're 35.
Yeah.
Hey, you're sounding.
I hate the TV.
You sound like you just won the lottery.
Oh, no, that was my ex-mother-in-law.
This is quite a night. Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
TV, I got a problem with that. Pornography, and it seems like every weekend it's the same thing. The couple we hang out with, me and my boyfriend, it's a given. I mean, I'm uncomfortable with it, and so.
Wait, you and your boyfriend and another couple?
We don't have sex. No, we watch TV, watch pornography, watch Spice Channel. You know,
the four of you.
But I'll get up and leave the room and go.
The four of you
play.
watch it.
Huh?
The four of you watch it.
Yeah.
And everybody knows that you're offended by it.
Well, since I made it clear that I'm offended by it, it's quickly turn the channel when Carrie walks in the room. I feel like
no. At least they're being respectful of your feelings, right?
Very.
Okay. All right. So at least they're not saying, "Hey, the hell."
No,
with
this
you.
is my house. I'll throw that TV out on the curb if I don't like what's on it.
All right. Don't break the TV over porno, though, Carrie. It would break my heart.
No, it's not my TV. And that's
wait a minute. I thought it was your TV.
It's my house.
Oh, your house.
My boyfriend.
Somewhere in there, there's an
TV.
analogous sort of imagery with every time a bell rings, an angel gets its wings. Every time somebody throws a TV out the window, Adam gets something.
No, the TV will stay here.
Hold on a second, Carrie. Always a bad sign in a relationship when furniture and appliances get divvied up.
My TV, my chair.
Yeah.
Right.
You will not watch that pornography as long as you're in my house. Well, it's my TV. Yeah? Well, I'm paying for the cable. Well, if you're paying for the cable, then you can get your fat ass off of my sofa. And don't even think about going in there and using my toaster oven. Yeah, well, whose toast is it, smart guy? Always a bad relationship.
Bad, yes,
bad when you start dibbing up the pieces inside the house. And when it breaks down to certain items like toilet paper, soap, bath bars, towels, then it's really getting bad.
Yeah.
It's as if the minds, it's like if you took your triplets, Drew, put them all in the house, put them in 30-year-old bodies. But isn't that, I'm not necessarily talking about you, Carrie. You sound perfectly adjusted. But isn't that what we hear?
Yes.
Sometimes?
Yes.
It's like if you took the mentality of your 4-year-old are they 5 now?
4.
Your 4-year-old triplets, if you took that mentality, the one that says, I'm playing with this, and then I put it over there, and then the other one grabs it, now I want it back, now a fight starts, someone's screaming. It's like taking that mentality,
putting them in
adding just a little bit of conversational skills.
And some hormones.
And sprinkle in some hormones and add about 3 feet to their height and some hair on their genitalia.
There you go.
And that's what you got. Hey, Carrie?
Hello.
All right.
That's not it at all. I'm in the most wonderful relationship I've ever had in my life.
Okay.
And I will not.
Have you ever been married?
Yes, I was married for 7 years. Very abusive relationship. I have 4 kids. I had 4 by the time I was 21.
Oh, my God.
Now that I'm 35.
How do you have 4 kids by 21? Is there any twins in that batch?
No. One was born in 78, one was born in 80, one was born in 82, and one was born in 83.
How old were you when you were pregnant with the first one?
First one, I was pregnant by my sister's boyfriend. Took advantage of me when I was 14. So I had my first baby 6 months after I turned 50.
Incredible. And where's that Is that a boy or a girl?
That's my son. I'm very proud
Your
of
son.
him. He's working full time. He's graduated. He don't drink. I'm very proud of him.
Really?
He doesn't
I just
drink.
wish the other three could turn out as
Somebody
well.
else drinks.
Are the other three in trouble?
The other three live with their dad, and he's a drinker. And Grandma won the lottery, so they got everything handed to them.
Grandma won the lottery?
How much did Grandma win?
$8.4 million.
Oh,
my God.
This
His mother.
This is a death sentence, this lottery.
Well, it's nothing to do with me. I work every day, and I pay child support.
No, we hear you, Carrie. No, Carrie.
Not you, baby.
This is about...
This means Granny can now afford to buy her grandson the best scotch money can buy.
Oh, sure.
Oh, hold on a second. Let me tee off on this lottery. Oh, Christ, we got to go to commercial in a minute. Here's what I think about this goddamn lottery. This is the state's form of gambling. The state, by the way, does not endorse gambling on football, does not endorse gambling on baseball. It is illegal. It's illegal for us to gamble what we do on this show.
Yeah.
What the state is saying is only idiots can gamble. Only people that don't have the money to gamble should gamble.
And whose lives can be destroyed by winning.
This is the greatest hypocrisy in the world. Yeah. This lottery should be done away with. Yeah. And this is why everyone says F you to the states and all their stupid regulations. Because either gambling is legal or it's illegal.
Right.
If it's morally wrong, and that's basically what the state is saying. We don't want to live in a community, in an environment, in a country where gambling is condoned.
Yeah.
It is morally corrupt to gamble.
Right.
Yet,
it's bad for people.
Go ahead and pick some lotto numbers.
Yeah.
Go ahead and hammer your welfare check and get yourself some lottery tickets. That's what we're saying, with no rhyme or no reason. I like the commercials that at least they come out here in California. They have the lotto commercials where they used to have the ones where they'd say, here, what you do is take your grandkid's birth date and then take the last number off your license plate frame. And it's like, hey, what is that, a system, you idiot? Only idiots would play the lottery. I put a curse on anyone who plays the lottery, and I put a curse on the state for doing this.
Yeah.
Either gambling's legal or it's not. Either it's moral or it's not.
Yeah, it's either good.
And if it's not, then the state shouldn't be running the worst form of gambling, which is the lottery.
But this is something you and I have complained about consistently here. Wait a minute. Is that the state has lost track of doing those things or creating forces which help people do good things and do the right thing. There's no concern for that anymore. It's all individual rights. But
we're supposed to listen to the state when they tell us not to gamble on a football game.
The inconsistencies are unbelievable.
Absolutely amazing.
The pot thing versus alcohol is another example of that.
Here's another thing that someone brought up to me, and I'm sure this isn't the first time it's been brought up, but someone said to me the other day, we're living in this state where women need to have control of their own body, hence abortion is legal.
But you can't commit suicide.
No, well, okay.
What's that?
Oh, no, listen. We got to go to break.
Well, I want to hear. What is it?
Well, this guy said to me, abortion is legal. Why? Because women need to have the right of their own reproductive organs.
Right.
Why is prostitution illegal? Certainly that is a woman's right. Certainly that's a woman's private parts. That's her system. Why can't she do with that what she may? Aha. All right, we'll be back to bash the state more after this.
You're a bunch of sickos.
WEBN.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
All right, so LoveLine, running late for our little 10-second break. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. We will be back in 10 seconds.
This is LoveLine on
Radio
Station.
We're the G spot on your radio dial.
Oh, you're right there.
LoveLine on 102.7.
Phone number for LoveLine, 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Adam Carolla, Dr. Drew. We'll get to Carrie in a second. There's 35 and boyfriends into pornography and yada, yada, yada. I was not done with the lottery. To me, the lottery sends a very dangerous message to the populace. It sends two messages. A, go ahead and gamble. Gambling, as it turns out, gambling's not wrong. It's right. It's just, it has to be blind gambling.
Right.
You can't, if you're gambling on a football game, you say, okay, where are they playing, home or away?
Well, it's some degree of knowledge. It's not just a random guess.
Yeah, the Packers have covered the spread at Lambeau Field the last 15 games running. Well, there's where the smart money is. Oh, wait a minute, Brett Favre is hurt. He's not going to be playing this game.
Right.
Okay, now that changes things.
Right.
You get to actually use your brain a little.
Right.
Like I said, using your grandchild's birthday is not using your brain. It's using your ass.
Yeah.
The second message that's dangerous that I think the lottery sends is basically morons play the lottery.
Yeah.
I don't know any smart people that play the lottery with any regularity. It's people that should be trying to pull themselves up by their bootstraps instead of seeing if they can get lucky.
But it sort of also...
It's saying...
Yeah, it also been fostered.
Attention, idiots.
Yeah, but
attention, losers. You'll never go anywhere in your life. Buy a lottery ticket. That's your only chance out of the hell that has become your life.
But doesn't it perpetuate that air of entitlement that that's not hard work and diligence and a lifelong commitment to savings and hard work that'll get you out? It's you're entitled to it. Put the dollar down, you'll get it.
You may get lucky.
No, you're entitled to it.
Yeah, well, true. People don't.
Because they believe they're going to win it. That's why they put the money down.
Well, they think they may.
They're entitled to it.
Right. And
why shouldn't I win it? The guy up the street won it. Grandma here, Carrie's grandma won it.
I think I would love, and I know the people that run the lottery don't have the balls to do anything like this, but I'd love them to check into who is buying these tickets. Huh?
Yeah.
How much do they make? I'm guessing it's under $15,000 a year. What is the average education of the person buying? I'm guessing it was right up there with Elvis's. Somewhere around the 7th grade they dropped out. And number 3, how much of money that they're already getting from the state is going back into buying lottery tickets? How much of that is welfare money? Huh? Where else should that money go? Some guy walking in, people going in like a house coat and slippers with bad teeth buying these things. They need that money for a pair of shoes and some dentures.
Let's go back to Carrie.
All right.
Impressed.
All right.
4.
Dude,
Carrie.
the money is not the issue.
I know. Now we're just going off on a tangent here.
No doubt.
All right, so what is your concern about his desire to watch pornography? It's a side that offends you, so you don't want to be...
I don't want to feel intimidated by my television.
All right, so one issue is...
I'm thinking I should go get hypnotized, so,
One issue is you don't want it around you. Can you set that rule down?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's one thing. Would that get rid of the whole problem?
No.
Okay, what's the other side of the problem?
I just eat myself up. I'm very physically attractive. I find myself, I've been supporting myself for the last 13 years.
So you think that somehow he is cheating on you by looking?
No, I think that he's very satisfied, but how can I, after 7 hours of him watching pornos, how the hell?
Watch that.
Yeah, and I'm offended, like, oh,
what does
don't
that
watch
mean
something.
to you?
But then I come home and flick the channel, goes to a different... I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have came home.
What does that mean to you that he does that all the time? How does that make you feel?
I feel like I should leave.
But why? What does it mean? What is the meaning of that?
I don't want to be ruining his good time. I don't want to be, raining on his parade.
Carrie, this is Dr. Drew.
Dr. Drew, talk to me.
Okay. You said earlier that that this is the greatest relationship you've ever been in.
Yeah, it is. It's very honest. He's my equal.
It doesn't sound very great.
Doesn't sound that great. You also said that you're a hottie and you feel very comfortable with that fact.
Except when he's watching pornos, it makes you feel inadequate.
Yeah, I tend to compare myself and.
Okay, so that's
right.
One issue.
Okay.
The other is
where's he right now? Is he watching porn?
Right here.
Oh, okay. Well, let me talk to him.
Doug.
His name Doug
or Doug?
Doug. No, he's not watching.
He's too busy.
Can he pry the sofa pillow from his ass long enough to come on the phone? Doug?
Yeah.
Hey, Doug.
How's it going?
What's happening? You're on LoveLine.
All right.
All right. Now, Doug, what's going on over there? Carrie says you watch a little too much pornography and it makes her uncomfortable.
Well, she just doesn't like watching it. I mean, it's not like I watch it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like to do it. I have no problem with it.
You're willing to stop watching pornography for her?
I told her that a long time ago.
Okay.
Did you stop? Did you stop?
Yeah.
You stopped. Why is she calling then?
Well, every once in a while we watch it. I mean, Christ, I'm an adult. I can watch it.
All right, you guys have... Is there another phone that Carrie can get on, or is it just one phone there?
Just one phone.
Just one phone. Tell Carrie that she should get Granny to kick over a little of that lottery money so you guys get another phone.
Granny can stay wherever she's at.
All right, Doug, listen. She loves you very much, right?
Oh, yeah.
She just feels a little insecure. She's been through a lot in her lifetime.
Yeah, I understand this.
Okay. So what you need to do is explain to her that you're an adult, explain to her that you love pornography, and try to work out an agreement with her. Whereas maybe you just watch it when, she's not around.
I think on a one-on-one, like just me and her, she's okay.
Well, all right. Well, then include her on the one-on-one pornography.
I think she's going to experience it as abusive, that he is an abuser just by participating in the viewing thing. We don't even know what happened to her yet.
Are you good to her, Doug?
You bet.
You take care of her?
Try.
Yeah, but she's got to sabotage that, see? She's
You've never struck her?
Never.
You don't call her a hoe or a bitch or anything?
No.
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 Okay. You're working and everything?
Of course.
Where do you work?
At a tire shop.
All righty. What do you do? Everything?
Throw tires around.
All right. So you're gainfully employed.
Well, sure.
Okay. And
looking at my own business here in years to come.
Okay. Now listen. Hey, put Carrie back on for just 1 second, would you please, Doug? And wash your hands. This tire guy's got a lot of crap under their fingernails.
Yeah.
Carrie.
Yeah.
All right, he sounds like a decent enough guy.
He is super. My ex used to be very abusive.
Yeah, but Carrie,
I'm sure.
it's you that has the problem, not him, you see. It's the way that and he is trying to be respectful of you, but there's got to be some kind of compromise here. And understand that you may be kind of sabotaging things here a little bit by trying to create some drama where there isn't, number one. And number two, you may be experiencing his watching this stuff as abusive since you were abused in some way that this may sort of trigger
that is a lot to digest on a Sunday night with a sixer Mickey's Big Mouth in you, Drew.
Well,
but for the other listeners that are going through the same thing.
How would you tell her? Just to cool out?
I don't know. I think in cases like Doug and Carrie's that they just need to make some rules. Doug gets 45 minutes a week of pornography. That's it.
All right. Okay.
To me, I'm doing some quick math here. Yeah, I can get a lot done in 45 minutes. Bob.
Yeah.
Okay, you're 40?
Yeah.
What's going on?
We talked to Bob before. He was the guy that had the television on, right?
Right.
Yeah. You cut me off last time.
That's all right.
I've been having this relationship for about a year, phone relationship, and I'm trying to figure out why.
She's 20?
Correct.
You're 40?
Correct.
Where'd you meet her?
On the phone.
How'd you do that?
One of these party line things.
Mm-hmm. Does she live in town?
Oh, no. She lives about 1,500 miles away.
Uh-huh. How often do you speak to her?
At least 2 or 3 times a week.
For how long?
Well, it depends. We talk about different things, and I enjoy talking to her, and if I don't talk to her for a while, I miss it, and I'm thinking, what the hell am I doing?
Do you masturbate?
Excuse me?
Do you masturbate while you're talking to her on the phone?
On certain times, but not all the time.
Right. Like on times that you masturbated just before she called.
Yeah, kind of like that.
I know how guys work. There's no way a guy's about to masturbate, the phone rings, and listen.
By the way, I like that Bob answered, like, excuse me? Like, what are you talking? Oh, yeah, well, every time you call us.
Well, not every time, but here's the deal. Here's how guys work. If a guy is about to masturbate, I don't care if his mom phones, it's going to turn to sex. What are you wearing, Ma? you're not wearing that apron I got you for
Please,
Christmas. Sorry.
No, it's not like that.
Well, I'm saying if then somebody calls after you masturbate, you're usually in a hurry to get off the phone. I know how the male mind works, Bob. I've studied it.
Yeah, you're a pro at this, aren't you?
Yes. So when are you going to go see her? Why aren't you seeing her?
I don't know if I'm going to.
That's
Why?
probably good because you're 40 and she's 20.
But
Right.
why not? Why wouldn't you want to?
Well, she recently got engaged.
Oh, well, that's that. So you're just a friend.
Exactly.
Okay, you're a
That's
friend.
all we are.
Oh, that's what you are. You're good friends.
That's all we are, but I've tried to cut it off a couple times, and she's...
Is she helpful as a friend? Is it a good connection that you have with her?
Yeah, I mean, we have a good time talking.
Okay,
and
what's wrong with that?
We talk things out.
What's wrong with that?
Well, there's nothing wrong with that, but then I start thinking, God, she's almost young enough to be my daughter.
All right, so you're having impure thoughts, but you're not acting on stuff.
Exactly.
So here's the worst case scenario here, Bob. You're just a little pathetic.
Oh, thanks.
Well, seriously, you're 40 years old. You're masturbating to an engaged 20-year-old who's halfway across the country. Exactly. We got to find you a woman. Why aren't you dating anyone, Bob?
Do you know anybody?
No. Where are you working, Bob?
Yeah.
Can you meet anyone at work?
I don't do that at work.
Uh-huh. Do you go out two-stepping or anything?
I don't do that stuff.
Do you do anything that's social?
Yeah, occasionally.
Why don't you do more of that?
Okay.
Yeah, well, why don't you go out and meet somebody? And then you can bring them over to the house, and you can put them in one room, and you get on the other room, and you can pick up the phone and masturbate.
I don't think so.
All right, Bob, it doesn't sound like you have a great problem here, just a little bit of a dilemma. She's 20, she's getting married, you guys are just friends, she's halfway across the country, good,
The
keep it
dilemma
that
is
way.
accepting reality. What he's saying is, tell me I should go out there and whisk her away and take her away from her and be betrothed.
I think he's saying, I'm pathetic, what should I do?
No. But that's what you're saying. That's what you're saying, Adam. And
Well, I think I was right.
Yeah, well, that's right, and that's the fact. And so he needs to get up, pull himself up, and get out of that pathetic position and meet some real people. Have his friend. She can be a friend. What's wrong with a friend?
There's no real easy way around the whole social and dating world.
There is no easy way around anything in life.
Right.
That is the fact. The lotto, not the easy way out.
Yes. Stop looking for little cracks in the fence that you can scurry through. You get on the computer, you figure, listen, I don't have to go out and square up and meet people eye to eye. I can meet them over the computer. I can meet them over one of those party lines. It ends up biting you in the ass. There's an old-fashioned way of doing things when it comes... Technology is never going to take the place of a good relationship. Friends, people, whatever it is.
Yeah, I mean,
Get out there and do the work, everybody. If you want some friends, go out to a local pub or something and get in a dart game with some guy and start talking to him. That's all.
I was listening to, I think I was watching Politically Incorrect a couple nights ago, and they were talking about who should say that families are the right way to do things. And I thought to myself, wait a minute. A few 100,000 years of evolution, several thousand years, several millennia of civilization teaches, and overnight in a couple decades we're going to decide that, humanity's been wrong. The reason it survived and pulled itself out of its position on the food chain, all been wrong.
Right.
We're going to tell you what's right now, and it doesn't include a stable family. BS.
If you want to, if you're lonely, you got to make friends. If you're horny, you got to go out and meet something you can have sex with. That's it.
What?
Steve, 25.
I'm glad I don't listen to you half the time. Steve's asleep. Hear him?
Yes, Steve's been on hold for 83 minutes and 29 seconds. That's almost an hour. I just like saying that because I know we got a lot of stone listeners, and it starts arguments.
All right, maybe waking up there. Nope.
No.
He's turning it over.
Steve? All right, here's what I think we should do with Steve.
Keep him on hold.
We'll leave Steve on hold, and we'll just check back with him periodically.
All right.
And perhaps at some point in the show, I'll give him one of my amazing...
subliminal messages.
Thank you.
Yes.
Allison, you're 18.
Yes.
Oh.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Allison's been on hold really almost an hour.
Yeah, longer than Steve.
92 minutes. I love that dedication, by the way.
What's up, Allison?
Well, me and my boyfriend have been together on and off for 8 months. He has cheated on me twice. And, I break up with him, but I end up going back to him later on.
Mm-hmm.
And my friends, like, they tell me that I keep on hurting myself by doing this, but I can't help it, except when I do get wishy-washy and start thinking about these things, I do break up with him.
Well, here's my assessment of the situation, Allison. He's cheated twice. He's got it all out of his system, and he's never going to cheat again. Am I right, Drew?
No.
No.
Once a cheat, always a cheat. I've heard that.
Well, I mean, this guy's going on number 3, right?
There's 2 she knows of.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, cheating, you know those commercials where they talk about roaches? And they go, there's 150 roaches for every one you see.
Yeah.
I mean, if you go into your kitchen, turn the light on at night, and you see 3 roaches, there's got to be a good couple hundred somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Figure that ain't the only 3.
Mm-hmm.
Figure every roach in your kitchen did not come up on the counter at the exact same time in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating's the same way.
Mm-hmm.
If you know about 2, you got to figure there's 3 or 4 more in there.
How old is he?
He's 18.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's
There's
well along in his career. Another what?
another twist to the story. The second girl he cheated on.
He has a kid. She's pregnant.
She says she's pregnant.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, supposedly she lies about this.
I heard there's a paternity test now you can do, get over the counter, do it from your cheek, send it in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is huge. Allison, what is your question for us tonight?
Just what I should do, because I'm tired of the uncertainty.
You know what we're going to say, don't you?
What is the uncertainty?
Should I keep staying with him? Or
by the way, there isn't, right. Well, first answer Adam's question about what is the uncertainty? There is certainty that he will continue to cheat. That's a certain. There's certainty he's going to have, almost certainty he's going to have a child, looks like, too. But there's certainty he's going to cheat some more. So where is the uncertainty?
If I should be with him.
What's up with you, Allison?
Not much.
Yeah. Why do you feel so badly about yourself?
Why do I feel so badly about myself?
Right.
I don't.
Oh, well, I'm hanging up because I'm not hanging up, but I'm putting Allison on hold because I'm enacting the repeat clause that we have here on LoveLine. I'll go over this one more time with the listeners. Here are the unacceptable answers to my or Dr. Drew's inquiries.
Wait, first of all, TV on.
TV on?
Unacceptable.
Gets you put on hold. Radio too loud. Put on hold. And the repeating of the question. We'll use the LoveLine players, namely Dr. Drew and myself, to set an example here.
So, Adam, what's up with you?
Huh?
What's up with you?
What's up with me?
What's up with you?
Me? Huh?
That's a hang-up.
Yeah, that's good for a hang-up.
Yeah, that's good for a hang-up.
Allison just got the denial, and she tacks some denial on the end there, which is nothing's up with
Nothing's up with me. Yeah.
Nothing's up. She feels great about herself.
Oh, you can tell.
Allison? All right. You feel so good about yourself that you're willing to stick with a guy who's cheated on you numerous times.
I didn't say that.
Who does? Well, that's what you're doing. And who doesn't care about you at all. No matter what he tells you, the reality is
he's treated me better than
Allison?
any other guy.
That's bad.
That's all BS, though. The other guys must have really been atrocious.
Wow, were they bad?
Yeah.
Why were they so bad? What did they do?
They were just, used me.
They used you.
Most of them, yeah.
This guy's using you, too, but in a much more sophisticated way.
Where's Dad?
He's at home.
Mm-hmm. He good to you?
Huh?
Is he a good dad?
I wouldn't say that.
No.
Did he ever hit you?
No.
Did you drink a little bit?
Huh?
Uh-oh. I don't know. Does he drink?
No, he doesn't do anything. It's just like my parents are sort of separated, but...
Mm-hmm.
Does he beat up on your mom?
No.
He does, but he didn't make you feel too good about yourself.
Me and him don't have a close relationship.
He didn't make you feel too good about yourself.
He hasn't been there for me to think.
I'm hearing three different
It's only because
answers.
I feel real sorry for you that I'm not hanging up, Allison.
Yeah.
He didn't make you feel too good about yourself.
Okay. Yes.
And also, our original question was, where is Dad? And to which you answered, he's at home. Where has your dad been for you? What has he done that has not helped you feel okay about yourself?
He hasn't been around at all.
Okay.
What does he do?
He works for the government.
And he's just out all the time?
No, he just stays in the basement.
Stays in the basement?
Probably not calling from L.A. Allison, here's what's going on. Your dad made you feel like crap because he didn't pay any attention to you. And then you didn't think you're worth anything because your dad didn't make you feel you're worth anything. And now you're with a guy who's cheating, but you feel lucky just to be with him because he's not abusing you as badly as the other guys were abusing you.
And the only kind of closeness...
Or using you as much as the other guys were using you.
The only kind of closeness you've ever experienced with a male is with a guy who's really not available. And so the guy you're with now is all equally not available and abusing you.
Well,
and for that to be the best thing you've ever had is sad.
So we're telling you to get out of this one, Allison.
We're like...
Yeah. Yes. Get out of this one. And don't get in one for a little while.
Yeah, I've been told that before.
Okay. Whoever told you that was a sage. Listen to them.
I can't, though.
Allison.
Yeah.
Get out of this relationship. Stay out of a relationship for a little while. Get a little therapy or get your bearings straight or do a little reading or, lie down in the park and look up at the sky and just get your crap together and then get back into another relationship. And this time it'll be with a guy who's not going to use you. Am I right, Drew? Okay.
Hopefully.
Sell the hell out of the next call, Drew.
Oh, here's Jay, who took some advice of yours, Adam, about some intimate behaviors.
Let's put out the lights and go to sleep.
Honey, turn off the radio. Let's go to bed.
Sorry.
Big day.
Good night, honey. Honey, did you hear that?
I didn't hear anything. Let's go to bed, honey.
But didn't you just
I
hear...
hear nothing. You're hearing things.
I'm the human goose.
Yeah,
You ate too late.
LoveLine will be right back. And please, be on the lookout for Earl, the human goose.
WEBN.
We're not keeping you up, are we?
I'm pitching a tent.
Oh, that's good. It's LoveLine.
WEBN.
Loveline. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. I'm Adam Carolla. That is the good doctor, Dr. Drew. Well rested and back from vacation. And it's back to the phones we go. Jay, you're 26.
Yeah, how's it going, fellas?
Good.
Welcome back, Drew.
Thank you, Jay.
And Adam, you the man.
Thank you, Jay.
I must admit, I use your advice. I'm the guy called when Young MC was on there.
Right.
About my girlfriend wanted me to lick her anus.
Remember the call well, Jay.
And you told me to have her do some embarrassing thing.
And you took that advice?
Well, she didn't do it, but I got her, okay, since she didn't do that, I don't have to do that,
Right.
Fair trade ain't no robbery,
I do believe that sexually, usually, there are things that one partner wants to do and the other doesn't want, and there are other things that the other partner may want to do and the other one doesn't. Now, women usually aren't quite as experimental sexually, but they still can trade it in. For instance, women want to be wooed a little bit. They'd like a guy. No, seriously. Now
they want to have a connection. They want to feel good first.
All right, but it's not in a lot of guys' repertoire sexually to do this.
Right. It's really not their focus at that moment.
Right. They're not into cuddling. They're not into the pre-sex massage. They're not into the champagne and the rose petals in the bath. But they could still trade that off for some butt love or something like that. I don't see why this is so preposterous.
So delicately put, though, Adam. I got to hand you for the poetic way you put that.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but I thank you anyway, Drew.
Trade that in for some... Okay.
This is what happened was we was watching a porno movie, and it was two women having sex. So I was like, hey, I like that. I want to try that.
Oh, boy.
And she was, no way. So I said, well, I'll tell you what. I'll do that. I'll lick your anus if you do this. Well, that's all right. You don't have to lick my anus.
Right.
And that was the end of that.
Yep.
No,
I also got one more thing.
Yes.
And that's to say, I recently lost my grandfather as well.
Oh.
And to hear that you lost your grandfather and you came on the radio and still gave advice the way you did and still used the humor that you have, I have to say you're a hell of a trooper, man, and keep up the good work, bro.
Well, thank you very much, Jay. The listeners, for those of you who don't know, my grandfather passed away about a week and a half ago. It was very traumatic to me and the family. We're very tight. And the listeners have been amazing. Faxes and emails.
I told you. You don't realize how much support helps until you get it.
Tons of support. And I took some of the emails that Lisa was nice enough to collect for me, and I put them in an envelope, and I brought them over to Grandma's house, and she was going through them, and she was just... she was really touched by it. So I want to thank all the listeners for that.
My son had brain surgery when he was 1. It turned out absolutely great, but the listeners were so stupendous. The letters we got actually got me through it.
Mm-hmm.
We saved some of them to show to him the kind of stuff that came through for him when he was older.
Right.
And I will never forget it.
Where do you keep those letters? You don't have them?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, we got them somewhere. I don't know exactly where, in the garage.
Which one had the brain surgery?
Douglas.
Is that the slow one?
No.
Just kidding.
He's not slow at all.
No, he's very smart. Look, the
you
kids
haven't
are...
my kids in 2 years.
Oh, no, they just tackled me a couple of weekends ago over there at the hotel.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Right.
Oh, these kids. Oh, you just want to freeze them. You just because they're perfect right now.
Yeah, I know.
They're only going to get worse.
I know what you're saying.
Not because of anything you or Susan do, but I just hormones and society and television and rap music, you know. It just frees them right now. Nikki.
Hi. Here's my problem. I met this guy about 2 weeks ago. I live in apartments, and they live up the street in this townhouse, and they're like all 20, so they all live together. I know he already has a girl, and his girl is pregnant, but he's not going to, like, marry her or anything.
Mm-hmm.
And we have, like, parties, like, basically every single night up at the house that he hangs out at.
I'm getting a voice thing off of Nikki.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
But she's only 16 such as it is, so she might outgrow it.
Okay.
So we go over his house, and we have parties, like, every single night, and he's always touching me. I know he kind of likes me a little bit, and he'll, like...
Nikki, you need what we call a primer or primer on male behavior. How boys think.
Oh.
Adam's going to deliver that to you.
Okay, well, can I finish my story?
Let her finish.
It kind of doesn't matter, does it? The guy's trying to pick up on Nikki. He has a girlfriend who's pregnant. He hangs out with Nikki and touches her and gropes at her. It's questionable legality, and not only that, he does not have your best interest in mind.
Okay.
Well, I'll still let her finish. Go ahead, Nikki.
He also, like, he's a really sweet guy and everything, and but I kind of know that I deserve better than what he can give me. But I don't know, I like him a lot. But he always asks me to perform, like, oral sex on him, but it's kind of like...
Just a gem. A jewel. Would you send out your strike force before this guy hits again?
Is this, I'm just taking a guess. Is this Sir Walter Raleigh, or at least some descendant of Sir Walter Raleigh?
No.
Nowadays, I will define chivalry these days. Here's chivalry. I'll turn the TV set off before you blow me. That is considered chivalry in today's culture.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. All right, so, Nikki.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And where is it that you come from that this is sounds like it might be an okay idea for you?
What do you mean?
Well, like, where are your folks letting you run down to this guy's unit?
Oh, Lord.
In more than one way. I could tell something was up with your voice immediately.
What he means, you sound 11 or 12.
Whenever I hear the little girl voice, there's always trouble.
Yeah.
No, my mom's at home with her boyfriend.
Boyfriends? Oh, boy.
Boyfriend.
Right.
My curfew's 12. I'm home by then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my father is wherever because he's a psycho. But anyway.
What do you mean? What's the deal with him?
My parents got divorced, and because my mom's boyfriend's black, he didn't like that because he's racist, and he stalked us for a while and stuff like that.
What caused the breakup?
My mom was sick and tired of it.
Of what?
He was an alcoholic and drug addict and stuff like that.
All right. There's something. Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing there's some connection. Drew, I'm no psychologist.
Yeah.
Lord knows I'm no psychologist. But do you think there's a connection from the abusive, alcoholic, racist dad and the fact that Nikki's going over to the 20-year-old guy's house
probably, the guy
has the pregnant girlfriend?
He's only 18.
And he doesn't smoke a lot.
Oh, he's only 18.
He doesn't smoke a lot of pot, does he?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, I'll imagine that.
Smokes a lot of weed.
Can you? But then coincidence?
Never
Coincidence.
No, total coincidence. He doesn't offer you weed.
No.
Oh, of course not.
No.
But all coincidental, Adam. Just a coincidence. No.
When we have the parties, he smokes up and I kind of drink.
Adam,
okay.
It's a free country.
Yes.
Everybody's free to do as they please. What are you talking about? This is all coincidence,
All right,
Adam.
Drew. Hold on. Engineer Mike, shut Drew's mic off. He's gone on he's really gone on some kind of rant here. Yeah. Shut it off, please. Nick, let me test your mic, Drew. Let's make sure it does it. Now it sounds like it's on. Talking to
Testing. Oh.
Mike. Come on. What are you talking about, Mike? Shut the mic off, please.
All right, it's off.
All right, it's on. Talking to it, Drew?
It's off.
Okay. Nikki?
Yes.
Have you ever performed oral sex on him?
No. No, Wednesday night, the last party that I saw him, I kind of drank a little too much vodka, and he was in the kitchen rolling his blunt, and I was in back of him just feeling on him. And that's like as far as I've been.
And where's the pregnant girlfriend while he's rolling his blunt and you're...
She's a couple doors down.
Okay. And how far along is she into the pregnancy?
I don't know.
Well, what would you guess?
I really couldn't tell you. One of his friends told me.
Oh, you've never seen her?
No.
Okay.
He's never met her.
He kind of keeps her away from you.
Yeah.
Well, you understand, when a woman's pregnant, she shouldn't... I mean, he's a very responsible guy because she shouldn't be around all the marijuana smoke, booze, and underage sex that's going on in the apartment. Mm-hmm. After all, she is pregnant.
Nikki's agreeing with you.
Yes. Yeah. He's a very responsible guy. Nikki.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you the same advice I've given a few listeners tonight.
Okay.
Just because your dad took a crap on you, which he did, doesn't mean that you have to find another guy to take a crap on you to sort of make up for it.
Yeah.
Because it's just more crap.
Or a guy you're going to change.
Hold on. You can turn his mic back on, Engineer Mike. Thank you.
Or a guy that you're going to find like that you're going to change into the ideal thing you're really looking for. The connected, loving person that you imagine him ultimately to be someday. Deal in reality.
Yeah. It's real sad what your dad did to you.
Yeah.
But let me tell you the real tragedy. It's not what he did to you. It's what he did to you continuing to affect your life. I mean, what he did to you was a couple years old, and he did it a few times, and he's out of your life now. But the real tragedy, Nikki, is that because he did what he did back then, you are now condemned like a prison sentence.
But how does what he did reflect on me? I don't get that part.
I'll explain the part. First off, you're drinking already, and he was an alcoholic.
So you probably have that gene.
So that's one legacy he left you. Number two, you're 16. You're going down the hall to some guys a few years older who got somebody else pregnant, who he's basically neglecting, who's asking you for oral sex, and you find yourself strangely attracted to this man.
And he's an addict. And he's an addict just like Dad.
Right. So you understand Dad's crappy legacy?
Yeah.
All right. Now, you have two choices, and we're glad you called in. This is what the show's about. You're at a bit of a crossroads.
Yeah.
You could give him oral pleasure, get loaded, become impregnated by him, which would just be a few months down after the oral pleasure, maybe later on that night, have a child, begin drinking even more, and continue the legacy that Dad left you. Or you can say, wait a minute, what the F am I doing here? This guy's an idiot. He's an abuser. He's a drug addict. He's just looking to use me. And I'm not going to correct everything that happened between me and Dad by going down the hall and blowing this stoner. You understand, Nikki?
Yeah.
All right. You only like him because you're screwed up. If you were normal, you wouldn't like him. Normal people would get real pissed off if a guy asked to blow him while he was rolling a blunt.
And with a pregnant girlfriend. In fact, they would...
they would find that shameful.
They would want to hit him. I mean, it would enrage people.
But you are more attracted to him because of the crap that your dad did to you.
It did piss me off at first, but then I kind of got over it.
Okay. That's even worse. You got over it. All right, you know what we're talking about, Nikki.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, I know there's something in you that needs to be filled. There's a big void. You need something.
This ain't it.
But this ain't it.
Okay.
Okay? Sorry.
All right, thank you.
All right. She's going right over there. I knew it. I knew it from the voice.
Oh, yeah.
When I hear that little girl voice, I don't even care if it's... I know Nikki's only 16, but I can hear that little girl voice.
It's at 12. It's sort of the cutoff voice, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
She's got to please guys now.
Yeah.
This guy was... Imagine this guy.
Yeah, the temerity. What goes through somebody's mind that can actually ask someone? How does he know she's such a good target for him to say
she's
stuff
over
like
there
that
and
to her?
partying. That's how. Please. I'm going to call an airstrike in on the whole condo complex and save the taxpayers millions.
All right, good.
Meanwhile, this guy's got a kid on the way. This guy. Should be taken out and beaten.
Not the kid.
No.
The dad.
The dad. We'll beat the kid later on his 16th birthday when he's already gone wrong. But now, we'll just smack Papa. Christ's sake. Goddamn government worrying about how to sell you your next lottery ticket. Worry about this, folks. This is the problem.
Ernie, the world's fastest drummer for LoveLine. Too high. When I'm not drumming, up a storm. What was the rest of it? LoveLine will be right back. If it's not, sue me or something.
WEBN.
Oh, yeah, right there. It's LoveLine on WEBN.
Yeah, hey, LoveLine. Dr. Drew, Adam Carolla. I got a note from, remember we had Sheila the Virgin on the show?
That was her real name,
2
yeah,
weeks
but
ago?
she called herself something different.
What
did she call herself?
Oh, please, Drew.
Tabitha.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
I don't know. She sent me a card.
Yeah.
Had the S name.
What did she say, Adam?
Tabitha.
She wanted to go out.
Yes, you
No.
did.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
That's not true.
No, it is true. And although I've always wanted to
Didn't she say you
pop a 30-year-old cherry, I don't think so.
Now, this is very interesting because when you were asking her if she was attracted to you, and she said no. In fact, she was repelled by you. Remember?
I think you may have thrown in the repelled part, Drew. You tend to embellish women's lack of attraction to me.
All right. She lacked any visible signs of attraction, and in fact, verbalized the same.
Right. Well, she sent a note saying, how about we get together?
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, I'm flattered, but I mean, nothing wrong with her. It's just she was a little bit. She had some issues. I think that was clear.
Yeah.
And
I thought you had a thing for me, kind of.
I thought she may have had something for Engineer Mike
Maybe
as well.
Maybe that letter was for Mike.
It could have been. Maybe she just slipped up and wrote my name on it. Mike, what do you think?
That's what I think.
Would you like to go out with her, Mike?
No, thank you.
No. She had some issues. I don't want to bag on her, but I'm at the point in my life where relationships, I can't, I can't turn into Dr. Ruth.
It's got to be easy.
It's got to be easy. There was a time when I sought conflict and sought baggage.
Now you avoid it.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's the healthy Adam.
Yeah.
Dave, 20.
Yeah,
What's going on?
not much.
All righty.
Oh, yeah. I mean, what's going on is my girlfriend's parents does not like me
How come?
because I'm black, African American.
Is she?
No, she is Caucasian white.
And how old is she?
She's 18.
Are you guys in school or something together? Or?
No.
Is there a way she can sort of not be having this relationship in front of them?
Well,
that's not such an issue.
Well, the issue is that even though that we're having it, you know, I mean, it's like it has to be in front of them, and so we like moved out, you know, together.
Moved out together. She's 18.
But her family's like really, really pissed about it, and they've like tried to put me in jail, and they've like came to my house.
No.
You sure it's the race thing, or maybe it's just that she's moved out and moved in with a boy?
No, it's the race thing.
Hold on, True. You don't call a black man a boy.
No,
this is 1997, for Christ's sake. Please.
A young male.
Well, you called him boy. So I'm sorry, Dave.
I'm...
Apology accepted.
True comes from a different era.
Look, I'm looking
You know what I'm saying? Like when they interview these old baseball coaches and they go, the Negroes were great athletes. They're from a different...
That is not...
Right. They're from a different generation. They don't understand that it's not all right.
I am looking... The reason I use that term is that the parents of an 18-year-old still perceives their daughter as a girl.
Yeah.
And if she moves in with somebody, it's with a boy.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not with a man, it's a boy.
Okay, well, she was 17 then, but, I mean...
When she moved in. Did you have some legal problems because of that?
No. I mean, they tried to put me in jail once or twice, but they couldn't do it because they couldn't, like, prove anything or, you know...
Right.
Things like that.
How long have you been going out with her, Dave?
For about, I don't know, about 16, 17, 18 months, I guess. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. And you know, it's funny. It's funny that Dave counts a relationship like you talk about kids.
Yeah.
Like, you know what's really weird, Dave?
Until year 2, you count it in months.
Right. If you ask a parent of a child that's under 2, how old's your child? They'll tell you 17 months.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, they'll tell you 18 months. But when you get in a relationship, you always go, a year and a half.
Yeah.
But you're very smart to use the month thing.
Oh, well, thank you.
All right, so I could have been making fun of you there, Dave. You don't know.
Okay.
All right, but let's just assume I wasn't.
Okay.
Here's my thought on this.
All right.
Parents, especially dads, hate a lot of stuff that their daughters do.
Mm-hmm.
And most guys that their daughters get hooked up with. Especially if they're a couple years older and they move in with them.
You see, that's the thing, I
We're
think.
exactly 2.
Now, they can hate you even more because of your ethnicity. And I would never take that away from you. But I'm guessing that their parents are not only perhaps bigots, but they don't like the whole situation anyway.
See, what we would usually say is try to get a relationship with the parents where they get to know you as a person. They don't think of you as a certain color or quality of person. It's Dave. And but now you sort of relinquish that potential by moving in with the daughter. I mean, that violates a lot of boundaries, and that's a very aggressive sort of maneuver. That no matter what you are, who you are, I don't care if you're from Mars, parents are going to be disturbed about.
But once people know you as people and not as your title or your color, meaning, like, I'll give you a good example here, Dave.
Okay.
There's plenty of racists in Chicago, let's say.
I was born there.
Oh, okay. There you go. So I don't have to tell you. And there's a lot of racist guys that are racist guys, and they go to the Bulls games. Now, they all love Michael Jordan, but they may hate the black guy who lives down the street. Now, the reason they love Jordan is because they know Jordan, or at least they think they do.
Yeah.
That is because they have a relationship with him. The black guy that lives down the street, some guy they don't know and they're scared of. Do you know what I'm saying?
See, that's exactly what I'm saying is they've let her, like, date guys before, you know? And, I mean, they weren't concerned about the other guy she's dating, but until they found out that she was dating a black guy,
right?
It was like...
Did they know that before you guys moved in together?
Oh, yeah, they knew it for, like, I don't know, hey, maybe about 6 months.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about 6 months.
All right.
They knew that before. But they had no, like, problem with any other relationships, none of that.
Right.
I mean, they never cared about the guy or was 2 bits concerned. But since I'm black...
Wait, I'm just trying to take the race issue out of it. Not to minimize it, but just to see if there are other areas here of concern for the parents. Was this an obviously more serious relationship?
This is the most serious relationship I've ever been into.
Again, you don't even add the race ingredient, and you've got freaked out parents.
All right, but here's the deal, Dave. I don't want to deny you this. I'm just telling you, pardon the pun, it's probably not black and white. It could be 75% they're racist and they hate all black people, especially people that date their daughters, and it could be 25% my daughter's 18 and living with some guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not all one way or the other.
But I have a question.
All right, but let me just finish this thought for 1 second.
Okay.
Parents hate a lot of crap that their kids do, and they forbid it. For instance, there's plenty of 18-year-old guys we talk to that tell their parents they're gay. Their parents freak out. We're disowning you. We're taking away your college money. You're not welcome around this house.
Uh-huh.
Now, if you talk to these same guys a few years later, the parents are back, they're loving, this and that. They got used to it.
Yeah.
And it didn't cause them the pain that they originally thought it would cause them. I am guessing, Dave, that if you stay with this woman, if you treat this woman right, eventually, and I'm not saying they're going to throw a party for you, but eventually they're going to lighten up and get off your back a little bit. Time has a way of healing these things if you're treating her right and she's treating you right and you guys are in love.
Things are working, yeah.
Yeah, people get used to stuff, in other words. But anyway, what's your second question?
All right, my question was, at one time, they wanted us to stay apart and just separate and not see or talk to each other for 6 whole months. And they figured if we'd done that, then we wouldn't be together. And I was saying that was unfair for me just to do that and make that choice for us to be away from each other for 6 months just because you guys don't feel that we should be together because I'm black, and they've never stepped into any of our other relationships because they've all been white.
All right, we agree with you.
So I shouldn't have done that. I mean, I shouldn't have had to just stay away from her for 6 months.
I don't think so. I mean, I think if you love her and she loves you, you stand your ground, and eventually parents have ways. Listen, I'll tell you, my roommate is going out with a Jewish girl, and her parents are throwing an ass fit. They don't want him going out with the goyim. Hey, Jews are just as racist as anybody else. You may not see it, but they don't want their daughters out marrying Catholic guys. Screw up the whole thing.
Did you hear that they're
going to be celebrating Christmas instead of Hanukkah?
A 15-year-old that died in the bombing last week was not able to be buried in Israel because her great-grandmother was not ethnically Jewish.
Okay.
His, rather.
So everyone's uptight. Yeah. But stick it out, be cool, and eventually people come around. Hopefully.
LoveLine will be right back. LoveLine will be right back after we kill the singer.
Oh, no, go ahead. Sorry.
WEBN.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed herein are certainly opinions, that's for sure. If you'd like a written transcript of today's program, you probably should have written it down yourself. And if you did, we'd like a copy. LoveLine producer Ann Wilkins.
This broadcast was copyright 1997 Westwood One Entertainment. This music is MXPX on Tooth and Nail Records.
Sit, Obo. Obo, stop dragging your butt across the carpet.